Hey, this is Timothy, also with 9533 Training Consulting, and I want to talk about one of those things that we all carry in our TAC kits, and that is a tourniquet. You know, tourniquets are one of those things that we all hear about. We all have them in our TAC vest. It's at the bottom, or it's in our IFAC at the back. We're ready to pull it out at any time. Tourniquets, yay! But do you really know how to use a tourniquet? And people will, they'll go, well, duh, I know how to use a tourniquet. I just put it on and I stop the bleeding. But it's not quite that simple. When's the last time you practiced using it? You need to practice using your equipment. It's no good if you don't. And have you tried to see if it is simple? We've got all kinds of different tourniquets here that we're going to go over today. And we need to make sure that if you have a specific kind of tourniquet and you are the one that's incapacitated, that the bystander that is going to try and help you knows how to use it, as well as how easy is it to put on your non-dominant arm. Now, I am right-handed, so I'm going to do a simulation as if my right hand is incapacitated, and I'm going to put a tourniquet on there with my left. Those are drills you should practice. That's a drill that I do with my shooters on man down drills, on having to say, okay, man down, you've got 45 seconds to put that tourniquet on to an appropriate level to be able to stop the bleeding, and then have to draw and engage with your non-dominant hand. Now, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to use a pulse oximeter. What this does, it'll show you the oxygen saturation in my blood, and it'll show you my blood pulse. And as I tighten these tourniquets down, and I will be tightening them down, you'll watch the line from a heart rate just to go flatline. And that'll help us to see, was it tight enough? And when it's that tight, am I able to actually secure it? We're even going to go over our old SWAT tourniquets, which is one a lot of people see. It comes in little bags, little kits. Is it any good? I don't know. We're going to talk about that today. So let's get a close-up of some of these tourniquets, some of the moving parts, some of the intricacies? Fuck, I can't think of the word for that one. Well, you know what I mean. The inner working parts. So let's figure what that is. I'm going to think of that word. And let's get a closer look. And then we'll go ahead and we'll put those on. I'll show you with the pulse ox of how it is going to cinch down and possibly save yours or someone else's life. So what we're going to look at right here is I've got this beautiful ratcheted tourniquet by M2. And it is pretty. I will give you that. It is pretty as pretty can be. There is, the ratcheting piece is solid. Very nice material. The ratchet, as you see, it does move quite well. This is your release here. So it is, subdued, so you can't knock it or release it by mistake. Pull it up and it does release. On this side, this green part, which is part of the pull through, is actually got a little bit of grit to it, which allows it, because it is very smooth. It's smooth to pull, but when you try and go, it locks down. This right here is made for you to pull if you're doing two-handed, to say you're doing it on your leg, but if you're doing it one-handed, you gotta use your mouth. You gotta bite this to give yourself the leverage, because this is very, very smooth and it will slide. So you gotta think about that. We'll go over that and show you how that works. All right, the next one we have is one that is our STAT. It's a different kind of tourniquet. What it has is, it's got this large clip on one side, and this allows you to, take down the slack quickly. It does bite down. You've got a very small little locking pin here. This little locking screw, you can see how small. It almost looks like it's a hex wrench in the top, but it's not. But it's very, very small. So you're doing very minute and very fine detail movement. You're going to want to think about that. It does have some very nice rubber on the backside. This rubber is the same kind of thing you'd see on a leg holster. It allows it to grip. It gives you a little bit of rubberized. But to use this, to start, you're gonna have to open it up. And to open it up, you have to pull from here. Now, would someone who just saw this as part of your kit know that's where you open it? Probably not. So what you do is you have to pull it. It opens up. What it does is it releases the slack. You would then cinch it down. And as you get to your point, what's gonna happen here is this will take up that last bit of slack. Locks down, you flip over the little switch. Now it won't open up again. We're going to talk about this one. It is made by STAT. We're going to talk about what I think about this. Another one we have, this is a different kind of tourniquet. It's pretty close to a c.a.t tourniquet, but it's an off-brand of it. It's got a very, very thin, it's about 1 inch wide. Little concerned about this on what it's going to do to soft tissue on biting in when it starts to tighten down. It's not your standard 1.5 or even 2 inches. Same kind of clip, but you'll notice, see this knurled part? It's bigger. It's much bigger than the other one. So you're able to get a good grasp on it to be able to tighten down the screw. Pulls the same. It does have a windlass. The windlass is going to take out the slack, but you're going to have to get in. Once again, if you're having problems with fine motor skills, you're going to have to get into these little pieces and clip it in. You're only going to be able to do one side. Once you start to tighten this down, you will not get both sides because it will not be straight. Your arm is curved, your leg is curved, it's going to bend, and it's not going to be able to do it. So you're only going to get one side, and we'll go over what that looks like and how this works. Another one we have is the 1x8 XT emergency tourniquet. This is a very nice piece of equipment. It uses a crank. Same thing you'd see on the top of, like, say, a medicine bottle. You can see it's got little teeth in there. As you crank it, it obviously goes one direction. To release it, you have to lift it up. You lift it up, it releases the pressure. It's all one, so it needs to release the clip. If you need to go ahead and put it around a leg or an extremity, you can't quite just loop it around. And as you pull the D-ring pulls, it cinches down, crank it, tighten it up. This is a very nice one. We'll show you how this one works. Our SWAT tourniquet, which is stretch, wrap, tuck. We're going to show how, everyone wonders, they see this in their kits. It looks like a SAM splint almost, but it's not. It's rubber. It's like a giant, actually, it's like a giant rubber band. And the way you determine is that this is what you want to see. This is what you have. So as you stretch this, you want to get those circles to be, those oblong, to be turned into circles. Oh, I'll use my delts to make it work. And I'll show you how this works also. And we are definitely going to talk about what's the gold standard out there. This is your c.a.t tourniquet. This is what everybody sees, everybody has. Everybody talks about it online and their kit. This is what they carry. This is a very good piece of equipment. It's very easy to use. It's got, the beautiful part about it is that they actually put in these two, we'll just call it claws. I don't know what you're going to call it, but we're going to call it claws. And as you tighten this down, whether you're doing it right-handed or left-handed, no matter which way you go, all you need to do is just flip it inside. As you flip it inside, close it up, it's good to go. You don't have to worry about trying to get that little small clip or anything else that might hinder your ability to be able to secure this quickly. So we're going to show this how this works also. And yes, 2011, this is an older one. There are new mods out, but this will work good for today. And we have our rapid tourniquet. This was the biggest surprise. I did not think that this was worth anything. It looks like, 550 cord. It's got a little bit of a stretch to it. And I was like, this is garbage. What is this? I'm going to show you how this works and what I think about it. I was very, very surprised as to its ability. It's small, it's compact, it's got no moving parts, it doesn't need any extra thought. Wrap it, put it in this, we're going to call this the cleat, use a naval term. Just click it in there to the cleat and you're done. And you're going to see this is surprising, and they're very inexpensive. All right, so we've got a close-up of kind of how these different tourniquets work. Let's get an idea of how they actually work and how they're going to work for you. So I'm going to start with our beautiful M2 tourniquet. It is the one it's a ratchet. You see the big ones out there. Oh, ratchet. So we're going to talk about the ratchet one. And I'm going to use it on my I'm going to use it on my right arm and use my left hand. And I'm going to use my pulse ox. So pulse ox, what you're going to see is it is going to show you my heart rate. And the heart rate at the bottom is giving you can see my heart beating because it's showing from the finger what you're seeing. And as I start to crank down on the tourniquet, cut off blood flow, you're going to see the heart rate go down to 0. So let's go ahead and get this on. This is going to go on, obviously, my dominant arm. All right, so first thing first, can't pull it. It's not going to work. You're going to have to bite it. So let's bite it. All right, that's about as tight as I can bite it. Now, let's put our pulse ox on right before we go ahead and start to crank this down. And as the pulse ox is on, I'm going to start cranking this. And you can see, oh, that's tight. Oh, I can't go anymore. So you can see my heart rate, it's still showing, and it's tight. Gotta go more. Ah, son of a biscuit. Ah, I think that's gotta be as tight as I can get it. And there goes the heart rate. That's painful, honestly. Well, it's still showing, and I swear to goodness, I've got that thing so I can't. Oh shit! No, sorry, no, I can't go any tighter. And it's actually still showing blood flow. It hurts. Oh, whoo! The blood vessels are just freaking jumping in my hand right now. I could not get that all the way down. Oh, it is already loose. Look at that. All right, there. Whoo! I could not get that all the way down. Wow, that hurts. You know, why am I wearing sleeves? You know, you might have someone who has clothing on, or they have blood in the area, and it's going to be slippery. So you have to account for that. Whew, that hurts. I'm going to have bruises. I know I'm going to have bruises. You have to account for that. So the next one we're going to try, let's go ahead and try this one that does have a windlass, but it's got these really, really thin straps. So I'm a little concerned about that. I mean, if you look at the difference between the two, look at that. It's not even, is that 50%? No. This is 1.5, this is 1. You can see the difference compared to like the SWAT tourniquet. That's like 4 inches right there. So let's go ahead and try this one. We're going to do it once again. Oh, my arm is not happy. One-handed. Alrighty. I'm going to want to get that down as tight as I can. These big guns of mine, they're definitely getting in the way. You know. Make yourself laugh. All right, let's put our pulse ox on so you can see what the heart rate is doing. Let's go ahead and start to crank this down. And there you go. You can see the heart rate, although I can't get it on this one clip. This one clip is not cooperating. Here's a problem. So, oh, it loosened up. Well, I'm just checking to see how that the pulse ox is doing on what it's showing. You can see it's barely showing a, oh, that's painful. There it goes. So it's no longer showing any oxygen saturation. It's gone to 0. And we can take this off. Oh, another one hurts. Oh, whew. Wow, that's only 2. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more to go. I'm not even halfway, and oh, that hurts. Oh boy, that hurts. Okay. So this one definitely I was able to get tight enough. This is definitely going to cause some damage, the thickness. This one, I wasn't quite able to get tight enough. It might be the fact that I've got these huge guns. I know. So let's give this one, the SWAT-T tourniquet, a try. Now, one-handed, need to do it one-handed. Yes, if this was a two-handed operation, putting it on my leg, it'd be a completely different story. But I'm not doing that. Right now, I'm going to do it with one hand. So let's give it a shot. 1.5 inch, looks like 1.5 inch webbing on this one. Alrighty. Now remember, I'm going to have to lift this up, this piece. Oh, it's locked. Let me unlock it. Lift this piece up to engage it. And that'll have to be the first thing that I do to allow me to then cinch it back down. So we've got this. Same part of my arm is hurting. Okay, now we're here. Now I need to lift this up to, oh, that's gonna be awkward. All right, let's put our pulse ox back on because it's pretty tight. It's pretty, try to take as much slack as I can. Now here comes the moment of truth. This is gonna hurt. Ugh. There it goes. Oh, there goes the pulse. So you can see how oxygen saturation went to 0. Really hard to put on. Really hard. That was not a little bit of, you can see a little bit of a heart rate actually. But it's showing 0 oxygen saturation, but it does still show a little bit of a pulse. I don't know how I would get that any tighter, although I'm going to take it off right now. And then as you release it, boom, heart rate's back. This little lever is a serious problem. Oh, my arm. Because as I have it back and I cinch it down as far as I can, I'm trying to pull this back. There's really nothing to grab onto. All I can grab is with my finger is this little, look at, This little teeny tiny top right here. That's it, this little piece. That's the only spot I have because the other end of their, you know, their locking mechanism flips up. So now I'm trying to get to this, but you can see, as I'm reaching in, that is pushing into my palm of my hand. You can see it. See it? It's pushing in my palm. So I don't have enough grip to actually lever this over. This particular item, I'm going to tell you that it's complete garbage. You should not. I'm so sorry for those that designed it, engineered it. Hey, that's great. You know, I appreciate your hard work. You need to work on it a little bit more. You really do. This right here, garbage. It's not worth anything. It's not even worth practicing with because it's something that you're not going to use, and it's just dangerous. So let's try our SWAT tourniquet. This is the one we always see. You know, it's wrapped up in a little bag, and you know, remember that we've got to stretch this. So, you know, oh boy. Work out. Yeah, right. We got to stretch this. And so let's go ahead and try and put this one on. Then we got to do it one-handed. Yes, if it was two-handed, completely different story. But we don't want to do the easy. Always train for hard because easy will be easy. You want to train for the hard. If all you do is train easy, then when something throws you a curveball, you're not going to know what to do. So train hard. So here we go. So we're going to, you know, once again, right arm, that's feeling awesome right now. And we need to get this to stretch around my arm. Okay, there we go. Starting to, now I've got to cinch this down, but I think if I were to pull this right now, it's going to come undone. See, I could feel that. So once again, let's try it this way. Let's tuck it all the way under. Let's go under. That's actually, remember, I've got 45 seconds to do this. You're in a, oh crap, I need to put on this tourniquet. There we go. So I actually went way around the arm. Oh, it's slipping again. So, okay. So as I've got it started, let's put our pull socks back on so you can see what's going on. But really got to stretch this thing. Sorry, I need my arm. I need to really stretch it to get it tight enough. I don't know how I'm gonna, You know, really the thing is, God forbid you actually get somewhere your hands are slippery with blood or you're wearing gloves or something and you slip, this thing's gonna completely unravel. It's just gonna do a, you're gonna go, oh, as you're trying to get it back, and what if it actually slips off enough to pop completely off? Then you gotta start over as you're still losing blood, as you're still losing consciousness. So let's get this. Now here's a problem I see. You see how it's tight, how it's like a rubber band. See how tight it is now? It's gone down to like a 1 inch in diameter. Pull socks has gone down to 0, so we can see that it's there. But now, here's the thing. I need to finish this. I need to close this. I need to finish. I have to, now you're supposed to tuck this. You're supposed to tuck it under somewhere. Let's see. So these bands are really tight. And look at, heart rate's back. I'm actually losing tightness trying to get this thing to finish. And I don't know where, I don't know where. Am I gonna go from the elbow maybe? I can't get under, and look at, I've got so much heart rate right now. I am bleeding out and I can't, wait for this thing to snap back in my face. Seen those videos? I can see it coming. I'm gonna try and get under. Look, I've got full heart rate back now. Full heart rate, and this thing isn't even tight. I don't know where, I don't know where I'm gonna tuck it. I don't know. I can feel the blood in my hand start pumping right now. Yeah, I don't know. Whew. You know, I don't know. You know, if you look at, you know, picture you have a rubber band, right? And, you know, I've got a rubber band, I'm wrapping a rubber band around my thumb. Now, because I have to keep it at a certain tension, I have to keep it super tight. Now with this, I've got to now that says to finish this off, tuck it inside this. Well, I just made that as tight as I can to stop bleeding. So now it's like, well, where? where am I gonna? I have no idea. I mean, I guess if I were to do a loop, you know, like, you're tying your shoes, you just do an overhand, and then try. But I don't know if that's gonna make my thumb go to sleep. I don't know if that's gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that one-handed. Remember, I'm doing this two-handed now. Got this powder in my eyes. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that to be able to get this to tighten down. You see these everywhere, like $10, $11. Everybody sells them. Ranges sell them. Different training companies sell them. Is this good for you solo? No. No, it's not. No, it's not. Is this good if you're going to use it as part of like a range bag where, you know, you're going to have more than one hand to use it and be able to wrap it around? It would. But at the very end of, you know, tucking it in, I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know how well it is. I mean, it's a giant rubber band. You know, use this to work out. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Let's try the c.a.t. Now, this is the one that's got the little crank on it that you just turn. Ease of use. It's got a D-ring. If I need to put this around a leg, just know that you do have the clip that you'll take apart. Same thing you'd see. Same type of material you'd see on like a, you know, your thigh holster. Good quality. And people have asked me, you know, why is it orange? Why is it neon green or yellow? Is that yellow? Lime yellow, I guess. Because I don't need to be tactical. I don't need Gucci gear for a tourniquet. It doesn't need to be, no offense, it doesn't need to be black or camouflage or to blend in. You're not operating. I understand you've got all your LARPing gear and you're out there running around, but you're not operating, okay? You're not, end of the world isn't coming. You're not trying to get away from the zombies. And this little bit of neon orange compared to black, and you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, I've been found. No, it's not gonna be like that. And if I put a tourniquet on, I sure as hell want EMS to know where it is. I don't want it to be on if I had to put a tourniquet on myself and I lose consciousness as they're coming in and I've got it and, you know, it's all subdued in all of my gear. I've got a bunch of kit on and they can't see it because I'm not able to talk. I can't tell them. I'd much rather like, boom, orange, there's a tourniquet on. I know what has happened. You know, neon, I know. Orange, this is orange also. I don't know about this one. You want it to stand out. So when you go get your tourniquets, get it in big, bright colors. And then tell people, why'd you do that? Why is it not in black? And, you know, you're not properly decked out like a Navy SEAL or a DevGru guy or a Delta guy. Because I'm not any of those. And I'm at the range or I'm at a class. And I need people to know I have a tourniquet on. So just think about that. Little advice from me to you. Advice. All right, let's try this c.a.t. It's got the crank on it. So boom, on the arm. I'm going to grab where the D-ring is. I have to take up a lot of slack because there's huge guns of mine. Wow, look at that. Tight, went down. Look how quick that was. That was super, super simple. Instantly took out all the slack. Super easy to pull. It is now cinched on itself. It's not loosening up. I'm going to put on my pull sock so you can get an idea of what that's doing. Now, all I need to do is turn the crank. Let's try it out. That's nice and tight. Let's go apart. Oh boy. Yeah. You can see that the pulse rate, oh man, heart rate is dropping. It's gone to a flat line. It's not really picking up anything. No pulse ox, and it hurts is what it does. It hurts a lot actually. I'm still getting a little movement on there that it's showing a little bit of a heart rate. Oh, it's coming back because I think it's loosening a little bit, but I really don't want to crank this down anymore. Oh my God. Whew. There you go. Yeah, and my arm hurts now. We've gone to a flat line. So I'm just going to release the buckle. Oh my goodness gracious. And put the blood black on my arm. I've still got 2 more to go. This is very nice. This is really, really nice. Now, one of the considerations that I'm thinking about with this is how well it stores in my tactical gear. You see a lot of these things out there for holding, you know, your tourniquet. And this is by T-Rex Arms. I bought it from them. They got a lot of great stuff over there. And I'm sure I can stuff in, but this is where the problem's going to arise, is that buckle. I don't know if I'm going to have to use, you know, a magazine slot or a pistol slot for it to fit in there. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see how that works. And, you know, you want to make sure you can get it out too. So if I'm screwed, I don't want this thing to be so fucking wedged in. It's in there. I don't want it to be so wedged in there that when I've got the Velcro, you know, there's Velcro on here that's attaching to your kit, right? But if I go to pull it and it's so tight that the Velcro releases, then what? Use what you got. You know, you gotta use your teeth to make this thing work. So you use what you got to pull it out. And this thing, I mean, look at this. Boom, takes out the slack. That's pretty slick. I like that. I do like that. I like that one a lot. All right, let's go to the gold standard. This is our C.A.t tourniquet. This is what you see everybody has. The way it works, obviously, you know, there's Velcro all the way around it. So it doesn't matter if you've got huge guns or you're putting it on a child, it's able to cinch down all the way to the end. It doesn't matter how far you go. Velcro goes all the way. I can still grab it. It's going to go all the way down. Now, you're not going to get a good bite there, but you know what I mean. All right? So, my arm's killing me. So, C.A.t tourniquet. Let's give this a shot. So, we've got the tourniquet. We put it on. All right. And we're going to... So, this is where the locking mechanism in. This is the little strap where you're going to write when the tourniquet went on. I'm going to go through the buckle there, or the little... It looks like a cleat also, honestly. Through the cleat. Let's... I'm going to get this out of the way because I need to turn the windlass. This is going to hurt again. I can feel it coming. So let's go ahead and get our pull socks going. We got some numbers running there, and let's actually, hold on. We're going to stay out of the windlass until we get it locked, then we're going to go through the windlass. And let's get it turned at least once. Oh, good God. I haven't even gone around once and it's already killed it. Oh, it's too tight. Holy cow, Batman. Okay, let's just... I couldn't even get it to not even once around. Okay, there we go. What do we got on there? It's coming down. It's coming down. It's not sure. There it goes. That's basically one turn. Now, at the end there, I am going to pull this bit of material through because that's the last thing that's holding this. So I want to get that bit of material through here, through the little cleat, so that it doesn't unravel itself. And you can... Yeah. Oh, there it goes. See, it's going back down. Done. Gone. Flatlined. Super quick. Super... Ow. Take it off now? Yes. I will take it off now. Oh man, arm is killing me. It's fast. That last little part of I had it cinched down too tight. I couldn't spin this windlass one turn. I couldn't get it quite around. Probably operator error, 100% operator error. It's has nothing to do with the operation of the equipment. Operator error. I'm gonna stick with that. Definitely this, I mean, it does its job. You see this everywhere. This is the C.A.t tourniquet. This is the gold standard that's out there. A lot of people are trying to build other designs, different functions, different pieces, but this is 100% the gold standard. But let's talk about our shoestring. Let's talk about our 550 cord. Let's talk about its, once again, it's got a little bit of elasticity in it. We've got our just shoestring. Super simple, rapid tourniquet. And what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and throw it around the arm. Now I'm going to need to feed it through the loop. There we go. Feed it through the loop. And now I need to go around the arm and tighten it down. Oh, wow, that's tight. I can feel it. Funny thing is that this particular bicep was a gift from Uncle Sam. I had shoulder surgery, torn a tendon in my shoulder, and they did what's called a bicepectomy. Oh my God, that's tight. And so they cut the tendon, so it's not my shoulder, it's actually attached out here. Barely any, there it is, dead. Nothing. It's like super flatline and super painful. Wow, that's tight. Yeah, let's go ahead and, ow. Let's loosen that up. Oh my God. All right, so simple. No moving parts. Don't need to figure it out. Don't need to think about it. Well, I'm going to wrap it around until where do I attach it? Oh, there's a cleat there. Let me just, do I lay it? No, I'm going to slip it right in there. And it holds just fine. And it holds and it locks and it works. This works. This works really, really well. This works better than I thought. And this is it. This is all it is. This is it. I don't have to, I'm not knocking any of you guys, but look, I don't have to figure out the crank and the release thingy or the turn twisties and this thing. I don't know what's up with this thing. You know, one thing that I noticed with this particular item is that right here, look, you see it? You see it? Look at that loop. You can't get that out because there is a stitch right here on the side of this windlass. It's almost like it wasn't put in the right place. And you've got this giant loop. So whenever you start, you've got to then compensate and take that loop out before you can actually get to where you want to be. If you look at the c.a.t tourniquet, right? Look here. Take all that out. Look at it. It sits flat. This is such a small little loop. And as I turn it once, it's gone. This thing, I don't know what is going on with this thing. Look how big that is. Let's pick it down. Look at that. It's huge. Huge. Look at 1, 2 and a half turns before I'm actually able to take up the slack on it. I don't know. So right there, we've gone through, 7 different tourniquets on the designs, the styles, how they work, and you know, what they like. Now, I've got one over there on the floor. Don't recommend. I'm not even going to pick it up. I don't need to talk about it anymore. It's done. It's not needed. But the best ones in here, I'm going to go with these 3. Your c.a.t tourniquet, gold standard. It works really well. It's very simple. It's got this great design, so it's actually able to catch the windlass. Whether I'm turning, clockwise or counterclockwise, it's going to be able to lock itself in there. That is something that I want. I want it to be able to lock it in there. That's what I want. I want it to be able to be simple and easy to use. The X8, X8T. This is super simple. Look at it. Look how easy that slides. Super simple. When you put it on, instantly takes up the slack. Crank it down like a medicine, top of a medicine bottle that you get, and ready to go. This I like. And this right here, wow. I think, honestly, I think I'm going to carry this. I can carry a couple of these things. I mean, these things are tiny. I mean, look at this little thing. Fold it up, put a little Ranger band on there, or get yourself a rubber band, whatever you want, whatever, it doesn't matter. And I can have a couple of these and just boom, pull them out and apply. Very inexpensive also. So, find what's going to work best for you, but you need to train with it. And when you're looking at some of this equipment, you need to make sure 2 things. 1, can you put it on one hand? One-handed. Yes, if I was to take, let's say this one. Let's say this one, the ratchet one, right? And I need to put it on with 2 hands, right? Once again, I got to prep it, open it up. Now, one thing is that this doesn't open up. So if I've got to get it around a leg, right? I've got to get it around my leg. I've got to put it through my shoe and bring it up my leg, right? So let's just say I'm now putting this on my leg. So let's cinch it down, right? Can I do this? Yeah, I can do it. It's pretty simple. 2 hands. And it's tight now. Oh, whew, whew. One thing I just noticed when I was trying to put this on, let me get it off my foot because once again, it doesn't open up, is that in a rush or in distress, when you are cranking on this, here is the bottom of the ratchet piece, right? It's rigid. As you are pulling this, it feeds through, right? Well, what just happened to me on my leg, and once again, when everything goes to hell in a handbasket, you may lose your cognitive ability to be able to understand things, and you just go on muscle memory, is that when I grabbed it to pull, look at this. I grabbed actually the little bit of the ratchet underneath. I was going like this and it wasn't moving. I'm like, what? Oh, look at it. It's just a small little space in between. I've got to reach under to grab it. And I ran into this, which inhibited my ability to be able to pull it easily. You saw when I paused, I was like, oh, what? Oh, that's what it was. That's why I wasn't moving. So little things you need to think about. These, pull it down and be done with it. So hopefully that helps you and gives you an idea of the tourniquets, different types of tourniquets. Think about that. When you're putting together your kit, pull it out, do it one-handed, talk to your kids. Hey, don't even explain it. Say, hey, here you go. I need you to put this on me. What do I do? I can't explain it to you because I'm unconscious and I'm bleeding. And guess what? You have 45 seconds to do it. If they don't know how it works, because you've got this I'm not saying it's this one, but you've got a super tactical item on your kit, what benefit is that to you because you'll be dead? None. So think about that when you're putting together your kit. Okay? So like and subscribe below. I know this was a longer video, but I wanted to go through tourniquets. We're definitely putting out good content. We're going to give you some more information on different things. It's just my opinion on that of being a former SWCC. But as always, on time, on target, never quit. Hoo-yah.